Yes. What they said? What they said? I'm on live. Okay. Let me see. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I done dropped my glasses. Y'all, I done dropped my glasses in the car. That ain't good. Ooh, peaches and cream. Okay, let's see what we got here. Eh. Good morning, lovely. Well, yeah, it is morning. I'm a little early with the live. I've been under the care of the doctor for the past couple of weeks. And I think I'm going to start sharing some of my journeys on dealing with diabetes. All the things that you have to do in order to control, because it can be controlled, and eventually you'll get off the insulin. That's what we're working on now with my endocrinologist, is getting off of the insulin that I take. I can start off by saying that I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2010, and how I found out I was working and I had to take a, that car almost hit that car. They already done wrecked. I done lost focus, y'all. Look, then they about to run over the sidewalk, y'all. Let me put them on the camera. I'm just talking about these folks. Let me turn this way. But anyway, I was diagnosed in 2010 with type 2 diabetes. How I found out, I was traveling with my job. I got an air on too, y'all. It's hot. I was traveling by bus to go to my training site, where my feet and everything swelled up. Never had no bad symptoms of having. Anyway, when we got there, I had to go to the emergency room, and they ran different tests, and they was asking me, was I diabetic? And I told them I didn't even know. So when I got back, I came back to my local doctor, and that's when I found out I was type 2 diabetes. A type 2 diabetes, however you want to say it. I started off taking pills. Back then, that's my diabetes checker right there. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. That's it going off now. But anyway, I found out I was a diabetic. I started off with gabapentin. They were pills, and I moved from pills. I started taking insulin. I was on 10 units 3 times a day. And I didn't like taking the shots. I didn't like pricking my finger. They didn't have the technology like they got now. But being a diabetic is, you have to really monitor your food intake. You have to monitor your glucose level 3 times a day. Well, with me now, I have to do mine 4 times a day. But having diabetes is not fun. I don't care what nobody say. It came from, if you saw the other live stream I did, it came from eating what you want to eat, doing what you want to do, not taking care of yourself. But now we're getting it under control, and we're getting it where they're going to gradually take me off the insulin. They can't do it like boom because it'll make you sick. But I have been on insulin since 2010. Okay, you all know that in 2021 I got COVID real bad. And one of the reasons COVID attacked my body so because of my immune system. Not only do I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure. All this is about bringing awareness to a life of a diabetic and how my eyes can't open. When my dad died in 2013, it really opened up my eyes, y'all, to how deadly some of these generational sicknesses can be. You know, it's up to us to eat right, exercise, get the proper sleep. And see, I didn't do that. I didn't take my health serious like I do now. And that's with anybody, you know, that's having problems. They really don't take life serious. Drastic or something major happen. I also have had issues with cancer, that I've had a lot of health issues. And it's like after 2021 of having C19, it shook my core that look, you got to make some major changes in your life. I told you all I used to wear a size from a size 4X to a 5X. I was huge. Then after the 2021 thing, and with my glucose level, y'all, I'm blessed. The doctors told me while I was up there at the hospital last week, no, this will be 2 weeks, week before, that it's a miracle, y'all, that I'm not blind. But they say, look, you so lucky that you're not blind. I never had to have no limbs or anything amputated. I never had any issues with my teeth. I got perfect, my heart healthy. It's just that I got to control these Larry style. They got different kind, but I got the Dexcom 7. And it helps help me know my sugar level, my glucose levels. I'm not an expert in this, but I'm just sharing my journey with diabetes and other health issues that it may spark somebody else to, you know, eat better, exercise, get you plenty of rest. Y'all, I wasn't getting sleep. I'll be staying up, not getting the proper sleep, not getting rest. I wasn't drinking water. I was drinking a lot of sodas. As y'all saw, I had a lot of juices. I had to cut all of that out. And now my body is kind of getting used to it. I have my moments, but I've been doing good since leaving the hospital because, y'all, I don't want to miss out on life. I don't want to have premature death because of health issues. And I'm telling you, when you eat, I eat 3 times a day. I eat my breakfast. Hold on, y'all. Let me see which way she going. She ain't come to me. I eat my breakfast. I have my lunch. I have my dinner. And then I have 2 snacks in between. And I'm drinking more water. I also cut out the salts. I cut out the sugars. And it does something to your body. Give you energy, I think. I haven't eaten out in a long time. So these are healthy choices I'm making with having diabetes. I don't like taking shots. They're going to try and give me a pump. I'm going to see. I got to go to my endocrinologist July the 19th. So we're going to talk about getting an insulin pump because of my glucose levels. Y'all, they would be so high. When I got admitted into the hospital, my glucose was at 614. Mind y'all, I wasn't dizzy. I wasn't sick or nothing. That's the weirdest thing with my body. When I get sick, I can't tell that I'm sick. That's weird. Most people gonna have headaches, dizzy, nausea. But when I get sick, there's no signs, there are no symptoms with me. Only way I find out is when I go to the doctor. And they was like, Miss Cook, you weren't sick or nothing? You know, when you're glucose, how you gonna urinate a lot? I hope that's the right word for me to use for YouTube. You're gonna urinate a lot. You're gonna be thirsty. And see, I don't have that. I don't know why, but I didn't. And they be calling it luck. I say I'm blessed that God, grace, and mercy is over me. And people, you know, we pray. Because y'all ain't no telling what could have happened to me. My glucose 614. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk 2 steps, y'all, without giving out a breath. I couldn't make up it took me 30 minutes to make up my bed, y'all. That's how sick I was. Again, the only symptoms I had was the shortness of breath. And that came being out here in this sun, in this hot weather. When you have long-term effects of COVID like I do, what they say, control it that it don't go too high. But I'm telling y'all, I'm blessed to be here today on this live stream. I'm still at my mom's house. I thought I would be able to go home, but them steroids make me kind of dizzy. I got them at the doctor's office. They couldn't find nobody else, so I told them we'll go and we'll drive 2 over here, and I'm going to go by my house and get my computer and get me some clothes, because I might be at my mama's house another week. I sure thank my mama and my brother for their hospitality. I got some funny moments, y'all. My legs get weak. I get in that shower. I go to shaking. I called my mama and my brother in there to get me out that shower. I didn't care. But those some funny things. But I just want to make people aware health-wise. You know, we can do this together. We can lose weight. We can eat healthy, feel better. It also helps with your mind, your thought process. Here come another car. I got the coat. I don't know what they do. Just the clarity of eating better, eating healthy. And y'all, it's not easy. Next thing I got to do, I got to start walking, but I can't get out and walk until my doctor releases me. Due to me having the shortness of breath. I have to do, I have physical therapy come to my mama's house, but they ain't called today. And I got occupational therapy coming to the house. I thank God for insurance. You know, I'm saying with the air on, I have to have air, y'all. I can't get hot. But I hadn't had no issues coughing, my breathing better. I'm on a breathing machine. That's what that thing called. Not a breathing machine. What you call them thing, y'all? When you on the, oh shoot. Is that what it called? It ain't no breathing machine. The thing that you take when you got a nebulizer. I had to do that twice a day. And one of my medicines I didn't have to take. They took me off a lot of my medicines. And that's when it's imperative that you go to the doctor, that you get the right medicine. That you don't take medicine that may give you a reaction to another medicine. But I feel better. I would get on camera, y'all. My hair's so nappy. I need a haircut. I need a haircut real bad. But this is my journey with diabetes. And I finally, the light switch went off in my head to take care of myself. Who gonna be there to take Ava to the playground if T-Pack gone? That's what I had to, make up in my mind. I don't like that. I like my regular bacon, but I choose life over that bacon. And then you have to eat in moderation. I have to measure out my food now. I wasn't doing that before, y'all. Sometimes I would even take the insulin. I would skip doses. I was honest with my doctors too. I ain't gonna lie to you, that stuff was making me sick. It was making me sick because I wasn't taking my medicine right. But now I'm accountable for my own actions. And I feel better. I need to have on a mask right now. I ain't got none on. Well, I ain't going nowhere but out my mama's house over here. And I'm sitting in the car. So I should be good, y'all. Them masks make you even hotter. But, you know, I just wanted to share that journey. And maybe one day I'll show how, well, I don't have to prick my fingers no more because of the Dexcom thing. It's this little thing. It look like this. Let me see, can I find it? That's in my purse because I have to take it everywhere I go. It's this little, let me see, it dirty. That little stick. This my little Dexcom. Ooh, y'all saw that? I got it. Drops. Hold on, y'all. See, like now, I'm done. I'm about to kick it under the seat. Then who gonna get it? This my little, I don't got it there. This is my little thing I use here. The Dexcom. That's it. And it just monitor your glucose. Like my average is 280. And that's because of these steroids. And the little thing is on my arm. Let me see what it look like. It look like my mama done finna come out and get off here. I don't know how long I've been on here. But I would just hope something I said about diabetes, and I'm going to do some more lives on diabetes, high blood pressure, long-term effects, and maybe I can help somebody that's dealing with long-term effects. You know, the fear, you know, that I'm already OCD. I'm very OCD. That's how I don't see how I even get sick. But then I remember I remember when I was sick, they said, one thing, you too clean. I don't want nothing out of place. My house is spotless. That's the reason I don't see how I ever get sick. But I think sometimes you do need a little germ. Well, I ain't like that. I don't want nothing out of place. I don't want nothing dirty. I don't like cotton on my floors. That's come from having a obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm a perfectionist. So how I be getting sick, y'all, I don't know. I'm going to wash my hands. It's just certain things I do that seem overboard to the average person. But that's just how I am. I think I get it from my mama because my mom clean like that. And that she instilled in us, make your bed. I can't go nowhere without my bed being made up. Don't go to bed with dishes in the sink. So that was some things that I grew up on that was hard to break. But I miss you all. Sometimes I feel like uploading content and sometimes I don't. I got to start putting stuff on Facebook. I really don't do stuff on Facebook like I used to. Start. That lady got some pretty gray hair. That's how mine turning gray, and I love it. That was another thing, y'all. I would put all that color in my hair, them chemicals, in my skin. I don't do it no more. I wear my natural hair now. Natural gray, no chemicals or nothing. Then my birthday coming up too, y'all, August the 5th. I'll be 57. Make sure they ain't coming across this camera. No, she going that way. Granny got her a mini skirt, y'all. And now it wasn't funny then. I'm telling y'all, we can do it. We're going to get fit together. I'm going to start exercising on here too. We can watch some on YouTube and exercise. And then show y'all how I cook healthy. This morning I had portion size of grits, 2 strips of bacon. I had my fruit cup. Everything got to be light. I can't have no sugar. That's what I had for breakfast with 1 piece of toast. And then for lunch, my mama got some chicken salad. I'm make a chicken salad. a bag of chips, water. I think she got some apples there. And then we have to get us some dinner. I remember when I used to babysit these kids, they parent, they would feed them 3 times a day, and I'd be like, golly, y'all feeding them. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank you for the heart, the love. But again, I hope I said something to help. I'm going to get off of here. I was just doing a little talk on diabetes. Maybe next time I look something up and we'll read about it. The statistics and all that of diabetes. We'll do that on the next live. Look like my brother just not going to the back. Are they coming up? Look like they just not going to the back. I can see them through the door, y'all. Unless he done went to the back and finna go. It's raining here. A little cloudy. I think they're coming out, y'all. Yeah, they through. All right, y'all, they finished. I'm finna end the live. Thank y'all for joining. And we'll be back later. Have a wonderful day.